Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well and teach well. Today I wanted to go into the topic of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is undefeated. Because nowadays, like you might hear it on the street, so they be like, the boy, they playing pussy. But, they play Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai P, weak, like he's soft. And they quick to forget. Everybody know about the flood, and it seems like they forget that that's the same power. Say the Lord changes not. I'm gonna go back all the way back to Genesis, like in the beginning. This is Genesis chapter 6, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. And Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Just like now. Just like in today's time. Verse 6. And it repented Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. So he regretted, it say there in the, I'll go up to the AMP, verse 6 in the AMP. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai regretted that he had made mankind on the earth, and he was deeply grieved in his heart. So he was like, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai was like, man, maybe I shouldn't even made these motherfuckers. And look what they doing. In verse 7, back in the KJV, and Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I had made them. So he, back in Genesis chapter 6 and verse 7, he had set out to annihilate these people, man. Same power, say God love everybody. We know, say John 3:16, so he loved the world, so he sent his only begotten son. They quick to run to that. But they forget about 17 and 9, where it say he prayed for them. He prayed not for the world. And you even before you get there, you'll ask him. Well, you'll tell them. Well, get them see if they believe. Like, you believe the scriptures don't contradict themselves, right? They'll be like, yeah. And then you go read them that verse, 17 and 9, and they'll still try to put it down. Or put it away, talking about it ain't talking about that. No, he prayed for them. He prays not for the world. You can't be talking about the whole world if you don't even pray for the whole world. But back to the point of verse 7, he had sought out to annihilate. He said in the AMP, I just looked at it. Genesis 6 and 7 in the AMP. So Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said, I will destroy, annihilate mankind whom I have created from the face of the earth. Not only man, from the surface of the earth, not only man, but the animals and the crawling things and the birds of the air, because it deeply grieves me to see mankind sin, and I regret that I have made them. So just like he annihilated mankind back then, he gonna annihilate it now. It's just back then it was with fire, just like with Sodom and Gomorrah. They got their judgment with fire and brimstone. In fact, I'm gonna get it. But in today's time, he gonna, Salakia. Back then he did it with water in Genesis. And Sodom and Gomorrah was fire and brimstone. And this time it's gonna be with nukes, thermonuclear destruction. Yeah, that's it. Let me get that. Is that? That's still Genesis. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna start at the top. Genesis 19 and 1 in KJV. And there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them. And he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, Behold, now my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. Verse 3, and he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into the house. He made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came unto thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. I'm going to read verse 19 in the AMP. Verse 5 in the AMP. And they called out to Lot, and said to him, Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us, so that we may know them intimately. So they was doing the same bullshit back then. These moles running around, and they were bold with it. These these angels coming back go see Lot, and they trying to lay with him. Like you said, a man shall not lay with man as he does. Well, shall not lay with mankind as he does with a woman. So they were bold with it, just like they are now. All out and about with it. They got a whole month for it now. They call it Pride Month. They done took the symbol that the Lord, how about Shemi Shai won't flood the earth no more, the rainbow, after the flood early in Genesis. He used that for a sign that he wouldn't flood the earth no more. And they using that for them now. That's the representation of it now. You don't even know the real meaning of it. When I was coming up, you just see a rainbow. It was just something that you see after it rained. And after I grow up, come to find out, okay, it was a symbol that the Lord, how about Shemi Shai, wouldn't flood the earth no more. There's another thing. He stand on his word. He stand on business. But yeah, these folks just as bold now as they was back then. Now, I'm gonna keep reading. Verse 6 in the KJV. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. He was like, hey, y'all shouldn't be doing this shit. You praying, hey, don't do this. Y'all know who y'all fucking with. In verse 8, and behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. So he was willing to give up his daughters instead of the men that came in. You know what I'm saying? He was trying. He really, man, he was really trying to spare them in a way. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came into sojourn, and he will needs to be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand and poured Lot into the house to them, and shut the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they were wearied themselves to find the door. Hey, spiritual power. Right there. Raised their hand, motherfucker went blind. And we looking forward to getting it when your Howard Shai come back, man. In verse 12, and the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place? For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of Yahweh Shemi Shai, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. He sent them on a mission, man. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for Yahweh Shemi Shai will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And when he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, like, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. And I said unto them, Oh, not so, my Lord, behold now, thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me, and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one, and my soul shall live? And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city, for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of this city was called Zor. In verse 23, the sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zor. Then Yahweh Shem Yahushua rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua out of heaven, from Yahweh Shem Yahushua out of heaven, and he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. So just like back in Genesis chapter 6, he flooded the earth. Now he raining fire and brimstone on Sodom and Gomorrah because of their wicked deeds, man. And just won't get right. They came with the bullshit and shit in 19, and it's after the flood. See, same thing, just won't get right. But after this Third World War, it's gonna be a wrap when the MOTB get implemented, man. It's gonna be the final captivity of the Israelites, man. It's gonna be the last time we don't get right. It's like I said, we ain't gotta do nothing, man. We just let Yahweh Shem Yahushua do what they gonna do, because when he say he gonna do something, he do it. He a man his word, he shall not lie. And so I said, we ain't gotta do nothing. Let me get that Exodus. Exodus 14 and 14. For Exodus 14 and 14. Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't got to do nothing. It's all on Yahweh Shem Yahushua's time, because we know we can't fight against Esau and what he got. You know what I'm saying? These little guns they give us and stuff like that. I mean, the little switches that you might be able to get your hands on, it ain't nothing compared to what these niggas got, man. Well, I'm gonna keep reading on that. Exodus 14 and 15. And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, said unto Moses, Wherefore criest thou unto me, speak unto the children of Israel, that they go forward. But lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thine hand over the sea, and divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them, and I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. So he let them know to play. He let them know what he was gonna do. And say, the Lord is a man of his word; he shall not lie. And he stand on business. Verse 18, and the Egyptians shall know that I am Yahweh Shem Yahushua, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the angel of Yahweh Shem Yahushua went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel, and it was a cloud of darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. So he flexing his power. in front of our people and for our people. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them in their right hand and on their left. And the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. He's setting it up. And it came to pass, he getting ready for that assist. And the alley-oop. And it came to pass that in the morning watched Yahweh Hashem Yahushua looked into the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua fighteth for them against the Egyptians. So he set it up for they shit broke down in the middle of between these walls of water. And shit broke down. They having car trouble. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushua overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the host of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. So Yahweh Hashem Yahushua let them know what was going to happen. He hardened Pharaoh's heart. They chased after them, and he said, hey, I'm going to kill all these motherfuckers in this water. And that's exactly what he did. So that Jake right here playing, man. The Most High don't play. He can not play with us, and he can not play with other nations for us, man. But either way it go, he gonna do what he say. When he say somebody ass gonna get whooped, somebody ass gonna get whooped, whether it be us or the other nations, man. And it speaking of, because like I say, well, like the scripture say, it's over for Esau, man, because the Lord said it. Oh, it's Obadiah. It was only one chapter. I'm gonna start at verse 6. Hard the things of Esau searched out. Obadiah 1:6 in the KJV. Hard the things of Esau searched out. Hard his hidden things sought up. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wonder under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, said Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. He said every one. He say all but a few. He said every one out of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. And why? For thy violence, verse 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So it's over with for him. And the Most High, he gonna stand on that. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua gonna stand on that. He put that pen to that paper. Like I said, you got it in writing. It ain't going nowhere. It got to be executed. Judgment gonna be executed on Esau, just like it was executed on us. And he said we gonna ball forever after this last judgment, man. And Esau, they gonna go through it. And ultimately, no, that's right. I was already there. I think 32. What that was. No. No, it was 32. Sirach 32 and 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but finding an excuse according to his will. So they try to find every excuse under the sun why they do what they do, and then expect us to be like, we got to forgive them for what they did. You know, say God love everybody. No, we don't. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Say that's another topic. That's another lesson for another day. They say they find an excuse according to his will. Like they come with the scientific racism. How they genetically better. They on top because they supposed to be. Man, yeah. Like I said, that's another topic for another day. But hopefully you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I'm gonna give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostle elders, GMS who rule well and teach well. And Shalom.